The Earth is filled with wonderful species. However, habitat degradation and human activity have driven some species to extinction. The efforts to locate the lost species are then implemented. Scientists and conservationists are currently looking into ways to conserve what remains of the rediscovered species. Here are some of the species that were thought to be extinct but have since re-emerged. Chapman's Pygmy chameleon. The Chapman's Pygmy chameleon, Rampholion chapmanorum, which grows to around 2.2 inches, 5.5 centimeters, was discovered in 1992 but was not seen again in the wild until 2016. Researchers from the South African National Biodiversity Institute and the museums of Malawi discovered the chameleon in the rainforest. Over the previous 40 years, an estimated 80% of the rainforests in Malawi Hills, where the chameleons thrive, have been destroyed, primarily for agricultural reasons. The chameleon is highly endangered, and the remaining populations are separated, threatening genetic diversity. The researchers advocate for additional chameleon population surveys and monitoring, as well as conservation efforts to safeguard the chameleon's remaining habitat. Black-browed babbler. The solitary specimen of the black-browed babbler, Malacosincla perspicillata, was collected between 1843 and 1848 by German naturalist Karl A.L.M. Schwanner. The specimen is on display at the Naturalist Biodiversity Center in the Netherlands. It is considered the longest known missing period for any Asian animal, having been lost to science for 170 years. However, two villagers discovered the peculiar bird in the forests of South Kalimantan, Indonesia, following numerous sightings. Photographs taken during the incident were subsequently forwarded to ornithologists, who confirmed that it was really the black-browed babbler. The bird has a sturdy appearance, with a short tail and a strong bill. The upper parts were dark brown, while the underparts were grayish with thin white streaks running up to the breast. The bird has a striking face appearance with a chestnut-brown crown and a thick, black eye stripe that runs over the cheeks to the nape and neck sides. Wallace's giant bee. In 1859, British naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace discovered the world's largest bee, a giant black wasp-like insect the size of an adult thumb. It was thought to be extinct until 1981, when entomologist Adam Messer discovered specimens of Megachiel Pluto, which are now housed in museums. Years after the last sighting, an international conservation group traveled to Indonesia in January 2019 and followed Wallace's journey in an attempt to find the bee again. Following the long trek, the group was able to document the live specimen, restoring optimism for the species' survival. Somali elephantshrew. The Somali elephantshrew, Elephantulis revoili, also known as Sengiz, was last scientifically recorded in the 1970s. The Somali Sengi is an uncommon combination of creatures. While its body has the size and shape of a mouse, its legs are slim and gazelle-like, allowing it to race across rocks at high speeds. It also possesses a trunk-like nose akin to an elephant's, which is used to suck up ants. The Somali Sengi's closest living relatives include elephants, manatees, and aardvarks. While locals never believe it extinct, the last scientific record comes from the 1970s. Stephen Heritage, a research scientist at the Duke University Limber Center, and his colleague Galen Rathbun, a vertebrate behavioral ecologist from the California Academy of Sciences, led an expedition to the Horn of Africa in 2019, which resulted in the rediscovery of the once-lost species, along with Djibouti ecologist Houssine Rayala and local scientist Jama Awala. The researchers placed over 1,000 traps in 12 places, baited with peanut butter, oats, and yeast. During their 2-week journey, they were able to observe 12 Sengiz and collect live scientific data.